Welcome to SN College Football tonight. Another great day of action today. As you know, I've been watching a lot of college football over the last 24 hours. Got to make that disclaimer. And I'm a little crazy. All right. Let's start with Washington and Oregon, some analysis on that one. Oregon got a lot of breaks in the game, but it was some breaks that they felt they deserved from the Stanford game earlier this year. Sure. Michigan State and Penn State, Brian Lewerke, big touchdown drive at the end. Trace McSorley only putting up 17 points for the Nittany Lions. It's not going to be enough in a Big Ten matchup. You're going to need to at least score 20 points in a big-time Big Ten game. Because most teams that win in the Big Ten score a little over 20 points. All right. So, and then Wisconsin, Michigan. Michigan steamrolling Wisconsin today. It was a great game to be a Michigan fan. And, some of you wanted to see my three winners of the day, Michigan, Iowa State, and Michigan State. These are the teams that I feel made the biggest jump in college football. So Michigan, of course, against a Wisconsin defense that hadn't allowed anybody to do anything all year, played phenomenal today. And when you put 38 up on Wisconsin, you got to feel good. Even though I don't like putting home teams up there. I put 2 on the 3 winners list. I feel they did make a big jump today. It wasn't just beating them by that much. It was more than just Shea Patterson got lucky. It was a full team display. Now, I've got Iowa State on there for obvious reasons. Of course, they beat West Virginia at home. But Will Greer got absolutely shut down. And Iowa State has an identity at quarterback, and West Virginia doesn't. They turned the Big Ten around, really. And then, of course, Michigan State. They're a road team winning. If a road team wins against a good team, I like to put them on that 3 winners list. I didn't put Oregon on there because I felt they had too many breaks today. They didn't really play particularly well. I don't feel like they made a lot of steps forward without taking steps back today. And I didn't put LSU on there because I saw it coming. I saw them winning today. And I don't feel like Georgia played well today. I don't feel like Georgia's a credible team anymore. Now my top 4. Clemson has jumped over the Irish today. Bama, Ohio State's remained my top 2. Notre Dame falls to 4 in my top 4. Clemson comes up to number 3. Of course, Georgia out of it. I didn't like how Notre Dame played today. But I feel they're still a top 4 team. There's a clear difference between 4 and 5. Who would I put at 5 right now? I really like Michigan. I like UCF a little bit. Texas, I can't put them at a 5 spot yet. But it's going to be very interesting when the committee releases their rankings. Who's going to be right outside of this top 4? I think most people have these in their top 4 right now. There's not too many people that don't believe that these are the top 4 teams in the nation. All of them unbeaten. All of them from their respective conferences, of course, Notre Dame and Independent. But I believe these are the top 4 teams. Now, maybe people have Notre Dame above Clemson, Clemson above Ohio State, Notre Dame above Ohio State. But I think Bama's number 1. Clearly, they have 2 quarterbacks that can win a championship. And they dominate whoever they play. Of course, they haven't played anybody. You're to say that, but you can't put them below number 1, really, until they lose. We'll deal with a loss when they lose, okay? Ohio State, they didn't play great today, but it's been a theme this season. They haven't played well each game, but they didn't start well against Penn State, and they still beat Penn State, okay? I think Ohio State is a good, solid football team. But if they get into big holes early, it could really hurt them. Clemson, it's hard to put them up there. I don't know if they're going to win this week. They got NC State at home. But I think Clemson still the great defense. It's enough to win the ACC, what Clemson has. And then I like Notre Dame. They got a big win against Michigan and Virginia Tech, which could win the division now in the ACC. Coastal, is that the right division? Not sure about that, which division they're in, but, where's the ACC? So we look at ACC today. Virginia knocking off Miami. Virginia Tech knocking off Carolina. And the ACC is going to be an interesting conference. If Clemson loses an ACC regular season game, are they going to get into the college football playoff? If Clemson loses this week, this is really an elimination game for NC State. I don't think NC State will get into the college football playoff if they lose this game. If Clemson loses it, there's a chance because Clemson, of course, went onto the road and beat Texas A&M early in the season. I think that'll give them the advantage when it comes to the committee over a team like Michigan, which I don't know why Clemson's above Michigan, because Michigan's a great football team right now. But, of course, Michigan still plays Penn State, still plays Ohio State on the road. And, that's that. And we'll let this season shape out. Of course, Michigan State. It's crazy how both Michigan and Michigan State have big games today. And they play next week. It's all meant to be. That's 11 a.m. Central Time live on Fox next week. I hope y'all join it or watch that one. But I think that's all I've got for us today. See y'all next Saturday night. More some college football tonight. Next Saturday night, we've got potentially Game 7 in LCS in baseball. But what do we got for college football next Saturday night? We've got Ohio State and Purdue, which will be on ABC. And we got Oregon, Washington State, which will be on Fox. So after those 2 games, we should be coming on the air at about 10:25, 10:30, depending on how close these games are. I'll be ready for that. So thank you all so much for tuning in. J Rods and so long. Peace out.